Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I wanted to explain the form a little bit more because I feel my directions and my explanation was a little bit rough in the last video, especially with these new tags. Alright, so to make things clear, the form action is where the content we type in goes. So it goes to this page right here. The PHP script takes that data and does something with it. The method is how it does it. Obviously, I didn't put anything here because you don't even know what it means yet, but a method is post and a method is get. So that's PHP concepts, which we don't need to get into that because this isn't a PHP tutorial. Field set and legend. These are not even required for the form. They just look cool because we get this cool box with the title here. So if I get rid of these, maybe that'll make things a little bit easier. And then we can add them later if we so desire. So now we get this crappy looking script, but it works. Does the same thing. Alright, so you may be wondering, alright, what about this label thing right here? It's kind of pointless if you ask me, because if you delete it, oh, it looks the same. Well, the point of the label is it tells HTML that this text right here is associated with this input box. So it tells HTML that this text is related to this input box, which somehow gives better performance. I don't know the details. So that's what the label does. This is the label for the input box. So I guess we could get rid of this if we really wanted to. And boom, we just have an input box. We don't know what it is. But by adding a label, it's saying anything within this label and this label are connected. So the username and the input box. I'm saying enter your username text and the input box. That's why we have one for the password, and that's we don't really need one for the submit. So that's pretty much all for that, but I want to get into a new type of input, which is called radio buttons. Let me type that out. These things are actually pretty cool. If you've never seen them, they look like little circles that you can select one or the other, and so forth. So just like always, I'm going to create a paragraph tag and end the paragraph tag. Okay, so within these paragraph tags, I'm going to make a new type of label. This one's a little different. So I'm going to make one for your sex, like frequently once a, no, I'm just kidding. Like boy or girl. So this is saying the label for the sex radio buttons. So you know that this is connected to it in some way. So we say sex, and then we end the label. Why do we end the label here instead of afterwards? Well, there's actually going to be multiple inputs here. So what we do is we go input type equals radio, and then name equals sex, value equals male, and then we end the input. So this is what it looks like, sex, check. And then what we can do is we can put male right afterwards. So male. And then what we can do is do that again. Input type equals radio, name equals sex, value equals female, female. So this is what we get now. Male and female. And if you notice, you click one and the other one is unchecked. How does HTML know to do that? Well, that is because the name here are the same for both of these. So for example, if I change this to sex1, guess what? I can check both of these because they're no longer grouped together in any way. The only thing that's keeping them together is nothing, exactly. So if we put them as the same name, HTML knows that you can only select one. That's the idea of radio buttons. If you need to check both of them, well, we'll get into that in an upcoming video with checkboxes. But for now, this is for selecting one and only one. So this label is for the sex radio buttons. And then we put sex, and then we end the label. It's basically saying there's a label here for these two options. Right, so if the label crap is confusing you and you need to, you can delete it for now. And once you're getting used to HTML, add it back in. But for now, you can just copy my code if you need to, and then you can figure it out later. But we could actually do something else, like add a third one of these, and that would give us another option, which you can still only check one. That's because they all have the name sex. So that is all I really have to say about radio buttons. We will change this sign-in page into a registration page. So let's go. Oh, I also want to add back in that other stuff. So let's see. We need to add in gosh dang it, field set. Sorry, I stutter all the time. And the legend. Register. You can take this stuff out and keep it out if you need. Now we have a cool form here, and we can get rid of this top register here. And also, I'm going to take this submit button. I'm going to move it down to the bottom. Alright, now let's do a little cleaning here. See, this paragraph tag should line up with these. I'm going to get rid of the radio buttons button. Text, I mean. Alright, I think it's starting to look pretty nice. Everything's clear. If you need to, you can comment this stuff out. If you need to go check out my commenting video, check that one out. But that's all I have to say about radio buttons, and in the next video, we will be getting into something new. So be sure to check it out, because it's going to be awesome. And if you're not there, you're lame. So, see you then.